Hi guys, I'm Daniel from K2. I'm here at Kangaroo Point this morning to talk about what I take in my sports climbing pack. So I started climbing in the UK in about 2004, 2005. Since then I've been lucky enough to climb in lots of great spots all over the world. I've climbed a lot in Europe and in Asia, South America, a little bit in North America too, and obviously in lots of great spots here in Australia. Whenever I go sport climbing, I always take at least a dozen or so quick draws with me. I have two main types that I use. I've got the DMM Alpha Sport, which is a really nice draw to climb with. It's got a very ergonomic shape to it, which makes clipping really easy. The slightly stiffer dog bone as well also makes clipping much more simplistic, especially when you're trying hard. The other draws I use are the Edelrid Bulletproofs, and the best thing about these guys is the little steel insert that sits on the bottom of the gate where the rope goes through. Just makes the draw last a lot longer before you have to replace the beaners through wear and tear. If you can see on the DMM ones, there is a little bit of wear on the draw where the rope's been running through, whereas with the steel insert on the Edelrid one, that's not the case. So I think that's a really nice feature. It's one of the reasons why I always take these draws with me. Most of these draws are the same length, but it is nice to have some that are a little bit longer. So if the climb tends to wander a little bit, you can reduce the chance of rope drag when you're climbing, which can be really important too. So when I go to the crag, I normally take at least a couple of pairs of shoes with me, because depending on the style of climbing that I'm doing, I try and select the best shoe for that style. I'd say the shoe I wear most is the La Sportiva Miura. It's really my go-to shoe for most climbs. It's a great all-rounder. As you can probably see, it's reasonably flat, but it's got a really precise toe to it, or it did have before I sort of wore it out a bit. I tend to prefer a lace shoe over a Velcro shoe, because I can use the laces to get a more exact and tight fit. So this is a great shoe for anything, I'd say up to vertical, where you've got to do a lot of edging, because it's quite a stiff shoe, so you get a lot of support when you're climbing with this shoe on. I also climb in the Testarossa quite frequently. It's far more aggressive than the Miura. Again, it's a good shoe for climbs where you have to do a lot of edging because of the stiffness of the shoe. Like the Miura, very precise at the front, but it just gives you that bit more aggression, so you can get more power through your toe, which is really handy when you're climbing on very small edges. And then my third go-to shoe is the La Sportiva Squama. So very different to the previous two. Obviously it's got the Velcro closure, but much softer than the other two shoes, which is much better when you're on steeper climbs. So anywhere where the climbing's very overhanging, locally places like Mount Coolum or Flinders Cave, for example, this would be a better option for me in those situations. It has the split sole to it as well, which allows you to really lock in your toe when you're on steeper climbs, and allows much better performance. It's also got a better heel cup to it and the toe rubber on the front, which is great for toe hooks and heel hooks as well. Obviously I always take the essentials with me when I'm climbing, so you've got your harness, helmet's always very important, and a chalk bag. When I'm sport climbing and I'm belaying, I normally use a gree-gree. And for my belay beaner for the gree-gree, I use this DMM Testarossa carabiner. I really like it because the nose at the top of the beaner here stops the gree from moving around too much. It reduces its travel, and it's also got this clip here which, when sat in your harness, stops the beaner cross-loading, which is really important too. So I think that's a really great thing to have with you. Also, as a top tip, I recommend getting yourself a pair of belay glasses for those times when your mate's spending absolutely ages on a route. It'll really save your neck muscles, yeah, and make my life a whole lot easier when I've got these with me. Thanks for watching. If you'd like more information or advice, jump on the website, give us a call, or come visit us in store.